Okay, I don't know if we're live, but gonna turn on the chat thingy. Yeah, I think we're live. Pretty cool. Okay, let's just get the levels all sorted. 19 viewers. Yeah, we're live. Right. Give me 1 second, guys. I do apologize. It's just me running the show. Hold on. Oh, I can never remember the password. Right. Mute this. Subscriptions. Daddy. Let me just bring up the chat. Hello, guys. Let me know if the sound is okay. Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Let me. Here we go. Right. Yes. Okay, I got the chat up. Hello, everybody. Stephen, hello. What do you think of the new camera? I have a new webcam, and it should be in HD. We might lose it and then go back depending on the connection. Sounds good. Thank you, Sebas. Hello, Gav, says Don. Hello, Don, my good friend Don. Sound is good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kevin from Sydney. Oh, my good friend Kevin. How are you, sir? Sounds good. Sounds good. Fantastic. Oh, man, this is going quick. David. Oh, Paraguay. Very, very cool. Okay. Yes, I'll do a quick wristwatch check. The Navi. Oh, look at that. Look at that. HD, live HD. Oh, it wants to focus on my terrible face. There you go. Not sure. I have it on the what's it called? Rios. There we go. That lovely khaki. Tea or coffee? Well, actually, I'm having a coffee. It's been a very long day, and I'm a little bit tired, but I wanted to do a live show. First of all, I miss talking to you guys, although I think the way this is going is pretty quick. Ciao, the Italia. Oh, man. Who was that? Alessio. I think that's how you pronounce it. Alessio. Very cool. Joe, the Navi. Yeah, the Navi. Yeah, I was saying sorry, I'll sit back. I'm in the middle of editing a video, and to be honest, I wanted to post it yesterday, but it just, sometimes the editing, I'm in the middle of a whole series, exciting series. I'm still doing State of the Collection. I didn't want to let half the week go and not, talk to you guys and leave you hanging, so to speak. Oh, Lewis, JLB credit. Good. Hello. Yes. Why? I'm looking at the clock. Vino time in T-minus 25 minutes. Oh no, even less than that. Yeah. I should be drinking coffee than wine, but so be it. Yeah, so I was saying I didn't want to leave you guys hanging because it's Thursday already. Last time I posted the video was Sunday. Now the weather's changing. It's just that I'm kind of getting out of summer mode, and in the next couple of months I'm probably going to do a lot more videos. I did accept a part-time gig, because as you guys know, I'm only doing this part-time. Hopefully one day I'll do this full-time. Actually, I'm going to cross my legs. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, let's put this in my lap. What have we got? Oh, wow, we're going at 1,000,000 miles per hour. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Wristwatch check says Ret, I think that is, SKX007. Very nice. Do not sell the Saab, says Sebas. Yes. I'm probably, you guys know, I always end up keeping it, I just, too much sentimental attachment, and the prices, I think there's a waiting list or something ridiculous. I don't really keep abreast of the new Rolexes. Like, I do watch the prices on like vintage, I don't know why I find that more interesting. I don't know. I can't really take the prices of new Rolexes seriously, if that makes sense. You know, it's a little bit ridiculous, but yeah. Where do you get the Spaceview? Right. Well, I'll get on to that. Actually, I've bought another Spaceview since the last unboxing a few weeks ago. I sent the other one back, and I bought because the same seller, I forget his name. He's in the United States. He does it for a living. He restores them. Well, anyway, here it is. Hold on. Let me. Oh, I think you can adjust the focus. Let's try this. Let's try. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got there. Oh no, sorry, it's upside down. Hold on. Right. Can you guys see that? Okay, so this is my new Bulova. This is the 1962. It's the same 214 movement. The difference is, you can probably see that, the chapter ring, it's a little bit more sci-fi, I think. This is actually more faithful to the one Richard Rogers has, my hero, the British-Italian architect and inspiration for me getting this piece. So this is actually more expensive. This is about 600 bucks. All original parts. The guy restores them. Look at that. Oh, sorry, that's the zoom. Look at the butter smooth action on the action. It sounds like, yeah, that sweep. This one has the tuning fork symbol on the actual crystal, which I just think is so cool. And then a 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock markers also on the crystal. And it has the newer, more contemporary hands, which I also prefer. It's just a matter of taste. I went for stainless steel. Not well, they're all stainless steel, but I mean, this is it isn't gold capped or what? No, sorry, it was gold filled, the other one. So there you go. Let's just change the focus back to me. Lovely camera work here. I do apologize. There we go. Am I in focus? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So it wears a little larger. It's the same size case. A little bit more expensive. I just think I wanted to have the one Richard Rogers has. I know maybe that's a bit sad, but it's different. It's a little bit different, and I couldn't be happier. I wore this yesterday at a business meeting, and I got so many compliments. I don't think I've ever been complimented on a watch in a shorter period of time than this. Am I in focus? Sorry, out of focus. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry, oh, still out of focus. Yeah. Is that better? I think that's better. Focus, TGV, focus. Yeah. I lose my focus when I'm talking about watches. Where is the focus? I need a cameraman. Hopefully one day, if the urban gentry grows to the level where I can have a cameraman, or someone just to do the technical stuff, you know, and then I could double my output, do more videos. At the moment, to do a review, it's like five days on off work. I think that's in focus. Matthew's in. Hello, Matthew. Probably the lamp behind you is the problem. Let's see if that. Yeah, I should have turned that off. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Hi, TGV. Tudor 58 or Navitimer? Well, I love the 58. I haven't seen it in the flesh, so I reserve my judgment. Although, come on, I mean, of course I'm gonna love it. It's smaller. It's a black base. It's a small. Of course I'm gonna love it. But you guys know I'm a Navi man, so Navi man all the way. So there we go. I see wine, yes. Yeah, my wee robot friend from up north. What's the best Rolex? Well, God, what a loaded question. I don't think there is a best Rolex. I know what my favorite Rolex is, but it's probably not the best. Some people say it is, you know, the Explorer. The best Rolex. It depends what you define as best. If you define the best as what is the best looking, what is the best performing, what is the best investment, value, what do they say? Value proposition. I'm not really a fan of that phrase. It's a bit, but the best. Depends what you classify the best. You have to be more specific, my friend. Review the McDonald's Happy Meal watch. I would love to send it in. I'll do it. I'll do it. Actually, that's for Hugo. That's for Hugo. He still has to do the Daniel Wellington, but he's not like me. He doesn't share the same work ethic. He's very lazy, you know. I think because everything's been handed to him on a plate, the little goats just dropped in his paddock or whatever. He doesn't really work for anything. But anyway, he will do it. He's going to do it. So probably next month, but it will be, I think it will be worth it. TGV, can you get a 38mm Aquaterra? I thought they were 36. Weren't they 36? Somebody knows? What's your favorite type of pickle? Random question. Who's that from? Breadstick. Oh God. Pickles. I'll have to think about that. I'll come back to that. Best Rolex is the Hulk, says Gamma. Yeah, it's alluring. I must admit, I never liked it green, but then it all changes when you see it in the flesh. Yeah, it's nice. It's a very particular green. Thoughts on the Tissot Sea Star? I love it. I absolutely adore it. I will have to borrow one and review it. It's funny. I was in a car with a friend of mine yesterday, and we drove past the big advertising sign for it. So I think that was an omen, a sign. TGV, will you ever review women's watches? Well, I've done my wife's excuse me. I've done my wife's collection, but nobody was interested. But I tried to do a little spin on it. I was giving advice on buying watches for women because I've got my wife into watches, and trust me, guys, because I know 98% of you are fellas. We do have some very active and very valued and admired female Gentry members, especially on Facebook, and their watches are fantastic. It always brightens my day to see that. Guys, if you want to avoid, you know, the hiding of the watch purchases and all of that, right? Honestly, get your wife into watches. It will make your life so much easier. And my wife will now, you know, she'll actually pause a movie and go, "Oh, that's a sub," and I'm like, I look at her like, if I wasn't married already, I want to marry her again. London or New York? Well, obviously I'm biased. I'm a Londoner, mate. I'm a Londoner. Well, I was born in London, spent most of my life there, but now I think perhaps I've been here longer. I can't remember. I'm a Londoner. I'm a proper, well, not a proper, you know, there's different parts of London, but I'm predominantly South London. So, well, I've talked about this. I love New York. My wife's here. I've got family here. I love them both. Let's be diplomatic, right? Marathon GSAR, best diver, says Joseph. Oh, it's a tough watch. That is a beast. I even think the quartz is like, you know, if you're really going for a tool, it's like you've got the tritium loom there, you've got the gas tubes, you've got that kind of cog style bezel. Oh, yeah, it's a very masculine, macho. I was going to review the new one, the what's it called? They have this special black coating, and they tested the hell out of it. It's not. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's got a very special. It's not like PVD or anything. It's super, super robust. Those are worth checking out. I think Marathon is highly underrated. Their history. They need a better PR team. They need to like really, because they've been making watches for so many various militaries all over the world. It's still independent. Their quality is excellent, Swiss made. They need to like really capitalize on that heritage. I mean, they've been family owned for like almost 100 years or so, you know. So best. Oh, I missed that. I didn't see that. Come to Australia, getting nice and warm. Ed, I would love to. I would love to. Next year, we're going to do a tour. We're going to do more events. Unfortunately, the next couple of months, work-wise for me, has been very, very busy, so I've had to put the events on hold. But after Christmas, I'm going to do, yeah, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Germany. I've been saying this for donkeys, and I apologize, guys, but it will happen. It will happen. I've got to go to Texas as well, see Justin. I have to go to visit Moya. I have to, where is that? Indianapolis, I think it is. Yeah. More events in New York. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, you know. But you guys know me, slow and steady, you know, slow and steady. I always get there. Just I take a little bit more time. Yeah, Kevin says Sydney Gentry, absolutely, get together. That would be amazing. Please talk about GD Max says, please talk about the STP2 Swiss movement. I'm not sure what that is. If I knew what it was, I would talk about it. Maybe it's something new. Frederick Constant, value for money. Yes, absolutely. Who's that? That was Johan. Absolutely. I think Frederick Constant, and if you've watched my review of them, I discussed their history. They've done so much in such a short amount of time. It's very impressive. And now they've got Citizen behind them. I think, you know, their in-house calibers, they're amazing. I mean, didn't they do a tourbillon? I think they did a tourbillon. I might be wrong about that. Have a look back at the review. I discussed their history. I think they're tastefully done, very tastefully done. It's you know, if you can get past the fact that if you don't worry about the name, because I think a lot of them are like, you know, the classic, for example, that I reviewed. It's obviously a Calatrava, an affordable Swiss Calatrava, right? But if you don't care about that, then it's fine. They're great watches, amazing quality. I love the moon phases. There's a one that has it has almost like an old school, like a pocket watch case back, that hinged case back, and the decoration. It's just you know, their world timer. That was one that was highly innovative because it had a special everything. Yeah, that was okay. I remember now. The crown. It had a very unique way of changing the dial, the multiple time zones, all operated with the crown. I forget what it is. I discussed it in the video. Frederick Constant are great, in my opinion. Absolutely. TGV, what do you think about the pre-bond Omega Seamaster 200? I love all the Seamasters. I love them all. I think they're great. Yes, I think they're great. Honestly, you can't go wrong with any Seamaster. I don't think there is a Seamaster I don't like. Even that weird period in the 70s when they went a bit funny. Obviously, I have two favorite eras of did I say Speedmaster? I might have said Speedmaster. Seamaster, sorry. I like the very early ones from the 40s and 50s, because they came out in 48, right? So the very first ones, obviously I love them, all the way up to, you know, when they went from a dress watch to a proper diver in 57, right? I love them all. That era is my favorite. But then again, they got some really cool ones. They're great. Oh, sorry, we got a Snapchat or something. Sunto, anything about Sunto? Yes, back in the early days of my, and thank you very much to Progressive Trucker for this. Very early in the channel's history, I did a comparison. It wasn't anything like what I do now. It was just me. I pressed record and I just talked, you know, no editing, no cutaways, no photography. I didn't even have the watch in front of me. I was just talking because I had the Rangeman, I had the Sunto, I had the Pro Trek, and there was another one. Oh, my memory's gone. But actually the Sunto Core, yes? Is this what you just said, Sunto watches? The Sunto Core, it was all black. I forget the reference or whatever, it's the number. It outperformed the Casios. I think it was actually better designed, a little bit easier to use. I think actually it was the better watch. The only thing that the Casios were more affordable at the time, and the Casio, I'm talking about the Rangeman, the first Rangeman, it was much more robust. So they both have their weaknesses and strengths. If you like the Sunto, the look, they're all gonna serve you absolutely wonderfully. As ABC watches, as, you know, real rugged tools for camping and all of that. Yeah, the Rangeman and the Sunto Core up there. I haven't tried the new Rangeman. It's frightfully big. So that kind of put me off. You guys know I'm a little bit biased towards the. Anyway, I hope that helps. Honestly, they're great. They're great quality. They did a metal one as well, which was really cool. Go for it. Go for it. And tell me how it goes. Andrew Steele, a good friend, Andrew Steele, he just did a Snapchat, and you have no question. But anyway, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Let me just, God, I hope I didn't miss any. Let me just go back and make sure I didn't miss any. I'd hate, it'd be frightfully rude, wouldn't it? Right, okay. Let's just, I think we're caught up there. Mudman, oh, I do miss the Mudman. Jeremy, good friend Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy, by the way. He has my old Mudman. And I beat the hell out of that thing. It's a very good sight. If you like a G-Shock for the smaller wrist, the Mudman, the military Mudman is great. What are your thoughts on the surge in Glycine combat sub prices? I thought they would become cheaper since Invicta takeover. Really? This is news, because last time I looked, they were, you know, going all the way down. Good coffee. I'll discuss my Seiko. I've picked up another Seiko in just a moment. That's interesting. That's news to me. And actually, a lot of people were criticizing, saying that now that Invicta's bought them, the quality is going to suffer. And quite recently, I had a comment on a video saying, thanking me because they saw one of my old videos. This is pre-Invicta days. They bought it. They bought two, actually, one pre-Invicta, one post, and the quality was exactly the same. They're still made in the same factory. The only difference is that they obviously needed, they were suffering, so they needed an injection of cash, and Invicta helped them. And it's a two-way thing. Invicta get they buy a prestigious, and don't laugh when I say this, but Glycine are prestigious. They're a great heritage brand. They've got a fantastic history with real iconic watches under their belt. So Invicta get that kind of validity, I guess you could say, and Glycine get the support. So it's a great, you know, if that makes them continue making watches, it's great. If there is a surge in prices, and I'll have to confirm, I think it's a good thing, because they deserve to make a bit more money with the watches. I think the Glycine Combat Sub is an outstanding watch. When I reviewed it, it was closer to 1,000 pre-Invicta. Then it kind of dipped. It was nearer 500, and it should be, I think, a fair price is 600-700, really. And I hope that's what they're charging for them, because that's, you know, that's the only bad thing about Invicta is their QVC, and I've discussed this. They're kind of the way they buy so much stuff, and then they say, oh, 60% off. It really was. Anyway, yeah, I've discussed it. I'll leave that one alone. David just says, "You are the man." Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Graham says, "Seiko, Squire, and Casio, an English gentleman's perfect luxury collection." Yeah, why not? Absolutely, why not? You know, it's not the watch that makes the man. It's the man that makes the watch, isn't it? Eric, my good friend Eric. Eric is in the house. Hello, Eric. Oh, I hope you got the package. Wink, wink. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you got that package from me. I'm not going to say too much, but I think you guys will enjoy that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Thoughts on the Laurier, on the new Laurier range? Excellent question. Actually, maybe I should bring it up on my phone. No, I won't, because I'll just be looking at my phone and forgetting about you guys. There's one that I really, really like, and I hope I don't. You see, I've seen some designs, and I'm not sure which ones I'm allowed to talk about, because obviously Lorenzo. Shout out to Lorenzo. He was very thankful that I guess well, there's nothing to be thankful. You make a good watch, you price it well, I review it, I love it, I'm going to wear it, I'm going to make videos about it. It's as simple as that. So he obviously, he sent me an email saying, "Oh, TGV, I thought you'd appreciate." So I've seen 3 designs. One of them I absolutely adore. Actually, I like them all. It's as simple as that. I don't think Lorenzo could do any wrong. I really don't. I haven't seen him in the flesh. I think he's coming to New York, so hopefully I'll be stalking him and pestering him to have a look. So yeah. Oh, Daniel, my good friend Daniel, another Snapchat donation. Thank you very much. Oh, #1 Bentley Forever. That is a YouTube name I know very, very well. I remember you, my friend, from the very early days. If Tudor makes a 58 Pepsi GMT, would you buy one? Yeah, probably. Do I need one? Nope. God, would I sell my Pepsi? Probably not, but then again, I presume you mean it's going to be 38mm. Did I say in the review that if they did a 38, I think I said if they did a 38mm one, I would sell my Pepsi. I'm not sure if I was just getting too excited or I actually mean that. Where is my Tudor? I don't have it with me, but excuse me. Sorry, let me just get the old Star Trek mug out. While I think about that question, you know, there's a part of me that kind of Tudor as a brand, as a Brit, right? Obviously, it resonates more with me. But then again, so does Rolex, being founded in England, although it's obviously Swiss, but Hans Wilsdorf being such a... there's something about the Tudor. I think it's because in my childhood, and I've said this before, I went to Hampton Court Palace a lot, and seeing that beautiful palace grounds, and as a child running in the maze, and there's just something about that whole historic dynasty. Actually, I did buy. Hold on a moment. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, rather unglamorous shot of my crotch there, but so I bought this. Sorry, the focus. Just because I wanted to just reacquaint myself with all the fantastic history of that era, because it was not only was it the royal dynasty, it was a style of architecture. It was a period of history of. It was the foundations, you know, especially with Queen Elizabeth I. It was the foundation of what was to become later the empire and all the rest of it, and especially with Henry VIII and his famous 8 wives. It's such a fascinating. So I've just got this. I can't tell you if it's any good just yet, but I will report back. So yeah, books check. There we go, book check. Yeah, I probably would buy it. Anyway, I'm getting so. Oh, Eric says yes. Got the box. Can't wait. Nice. I'm looking forward to that. Trust. Oh, you guys are gonna love that. You are gonna love it. Oh, we got another super chat. Okay. Hi from Australia. What do you think if they'll re-release the Caliber 11 Monaco, I think you mean the Monaco, with limited edition 2010 Heuer Silverstone. Sorry, I'm getting confused by the grammatics. Hi, from Australia. Do you think they'll re-release Caliber 11 Monaco and a limited edition 2010 Heuer Silverstone? I have both of them. I'm a bit confused. I think there's multiple questions there. So let me just recap. The Caliber 11 is, which one is that? Because there's one with the indices that go like that, right? And then there's one, I'm not familiar with the Monaco. It's a watch that I've been kind of putting off reviewing, but I will get there eventually. Guys, let me know which, oh man, I wish I could look that up. I'm gonna have to come back for that. Let me know which one that is. Is that the? Yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't talk about that because I'm not knowledgeable enough with Heuer. Having said that, I just recently saw my friend Jaime, who was wearing the Heuer 1000, really cool, an early one with a copper case, which I've never seen before. It was light as a feather. It was one of the earliest ones. I know about their divers, but not the Monaco. I tell you what. Actually, let me note this down because I'll forget otherwise. So hold on. Monaco, Caliber 11 review. I'm gonna do that. Probably after Christmas, I'll review it. There we go. Okay, so I will get to that. Peter, just Snapchat Peter. He's just $2. Thank you very much. TGV, any your recommendation on Flieger chronograph with a slim profile? Oh, that's a good question. Flieger with a slim profile. I'll look at Fortis. They're a bit chunky because most of them are 750 based. Slim. You'd have to go manual wind, which means maybe Laco. Do Laco do manual wind these days? That's a really great question. You'd have to go vintage if you, but then again, the Flieger. I think your best bet would actually be Fortis, Laco, Stover. But then again, Stover also used the 7750. I'm pretty sure they use this Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. I'm gonna look it up. So maybe I shouldn't, because that's the kind of thing I wouldn't mind having either. Let's have a look. Manual wind Flieger. There we go. Let's have a look. And another sip while that. Yeah, Stover. Here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, but that's not a chronograph. I don't think you can get the mod. I think they're only 7750 base. That's a shame. Unless you go quartz, of course. Oh, yeah, quartz. Do you want quartz or do you want automatic or manual one? Because quartz, there's a ton of them. You could actually get if you're for about $500. There's the Junkers. Junkers do one, and not Messerschmitt, maybe Messerschmitt. What's the other company that Pointtech own? The sister brand's Graf Zeppelin, but I think they're more 1920s. Look at Junkers. There we go. Look at Junkers. Right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, Klaus M54. He's actually, he says Lacquer Ashen 39, which I think I reviewed, Mayota 821 for €340, or save up for the Stover Classic 40, which is an ETA 2824 for 990. Save. Look, I love Lacquer, but if I remember correctly, the Mayota didn't have hacking. I might be wrong about that, but with a Flieger, I just feel, and I said this in the interview, I just feel when they first designed the original Fliegers back in World War II, right? One of their specifications was to have hacking. Now Lacquer, they're one of the big five, right? If you don't really care about that, then buy the Ashen Blue. It is the Ashen Blue, right? Well, you didn't say color, but the thing is, that blue is almost worth it just for the blue. No, save up, my friend, save up, because honestly, I feel they need to be hackable. It's such a nerdy thing to say, isn't it? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here we are. J Small. If I would buy only one Omega watch, which seems likely, which would you suggest? Okay. Well, I kind of answered that question in the Omega's finest hour. For me, the watches Omega produced during the war, it laid the groundwork for the Seamaster, and it really cemented Omega's reputation. And don't get me wrong, Omega had already started producing watches for the British military in the First World War, but the direct consequence of, and I discussed this in that video, of especially with the 30T2 movement and how accurate that was, and robust, especially for a cockpit, because it had the increased anti-magnetism with the what's it called? The balance spring. There we go. So for me, World War II Omegas, right? But you may not like that aesthetic. Also, it's quite difficult to find. Prices all over the place. They're kind of old, and I got very, very lucky with the one I have. That's my suggestion. But pre-70s, there's a really nice. Did you say Seamaster? You didn't specify. Okay, you didn't specify Seamaster or Speedmaster. You know what? I think the best bang per buck, and I've said this before, the Seamaster chronograph. I'm not sure if it's I'm pretty sure it's from the 60s, with the 3-2-1 movement. Manual wind, right? Same movement later on in the Speedmaster, but this is the Seamaster. It's very much like, I wish I had it at hand, but it's very much like the Dan Henry, the 1964, you know, the Gran Turismo, right? That's what I'd suggest, because even if you're paying 2,000 or 3,000, they're only going to keep climbing, and you got 3-2-1 in there, really beautiful classic size. I think they're about 38 millimeters. Don't quote me. That's what I'd go for. If you want contemporary, you can never go wrong with the Bond, you know, the 300 Seamaster. You know, can't go wrong with them. They do it all luxury watches. Especially the pre Daniel Craig Bond watch with Pierce, of course. But then again, you know, I'm very biased. I love Omega. I'll always have an Omega. Okay, I hope I answered that. Let's have a look. Any more? Yeah, shout out to Jay. Thank you very much for your donation. Someone said lack of Atlanta quartz. There you go. There you go. I presume that's TGV. You should get a Snapchat. I kind of tried it and it didn't really. I don't know why. I think I didn't understand it, which I didn't know how it works, to be honest. I'll try again. It's so weird how some things I'm quite adept at learning technology, like editing and stuff, but other things I'm just completely lost. But anyway, there we go. Hi, thanks for the videos. You've really helped me get into watches. Says Gareth, that is why I do this. I always say this, but I really mean it from the bottom of my heart, that if people out there can get just 1/10 or 1/4 of the enjoyment from watches that I have had, then that is mission complete. That is why I do this. Obviously, I love talking to you guys. Burger Planet Made You says Google user. I have no idea what that means, but yeah, there we go. I'm from Brook Lane, says, oh, Brick Lane, Whitechapel, East London. Yeah, I used to go to Brick Lane all the time. It was very trendy. I lived in East London for 2 years, 2004 and 2005. I had a little bed sit, Amherst Road, 34B Amherst Road. And I used to go down to Whitechapel all the time because I had friends down there. What was the club I went to? The name escapes me, but there was a whole load of really cool bars and trendy stuff. Anyway, all or nothing, $5 Snapchat. There we go. Oh no, £5 English pounds. Fantastic. Says, what are your thoughts on the Longines Heritage Collection and the Tudor GMT fault with the date not setting correctly? Okay, two great questions. Longines Heritage. This is one of the most highly requested reviews that I get. When it comes to Longines, I tend to the ones I reviewed. I did the compressor. Actually, was it the compressor that you requested? Oh yes, that's in the Heritage line. I love them. I've reviewed two. I adore them. Highly undervalued. I wish they released the no date. They did release a smaller size of the compressor with I think it was 36, but it had a date. I would actually probably buy that if it didn't have a date. Sorry, pardon me. I had a I had a smoothie, not a smoothie, sorry, a juice, because I'm in the middle of an intermittent fast, and I had a juice with a whole load of healthy stuff in it. So the coffee is the only thing keeping me going right now, but yeah. Got to keep slender. I saw an actor friend of mine, and he's also losing a lot of weight for a role. So I have to hang around with people that that keep it healthy, because otherwise I'm tempted. I'm weak when it comes to food. But anyway, oh yeah, and the GMT, the date issue, the GMT. Look, so many people when I reviewed it says, oh, but you didn't mention the date problem. I didn't have a date problem with mine. Nobody I know that owns the piece had a date problem. It's only a few people on the internet that had the misfortune of that. That happens, unfortunately. Especially when Tudor have a new in-house movement. Well, it's not that new, but there's going to be inherent little problems to begin with. But if you bought it new, or they're going to look after you. I don't think it is as a bigger issue as it was, or that people make out to be. I wouldn't worry about it. I would buy it. If you do buy it used, ask the seller, is there an issue? Be direct. Say, look, I'm not buying this until, well, don't be that aggressive. Could you please tell me, is there any issues with the date change? Thank you. Yeah. And make sure they get the answer. I'm talking about eBay really primarily, but get a answer from them, and then you have it in writing. So if there is an issue with it, you can send it back. eBay, if you're the buyer, eBay will protect you. But the easiest way to get around all of that is just if you buy it from an AD or a very reputable. If you look at my video of 7 best online sellers for used luxury watches, I don't think that was the title, but it was something like that. And there is an issue, you can take it back. They're going to look after you. So yeah, sorry, I'm missing questions. What do you think of the Rolex Sub 14067? I don't quote numbers, because I can barely remember left or right, and secondly, I don't even know the reference of my own Submariner. I have to look that up. Okay, let me look that up, because you did do a Snapchat. Thank you, Super Steel. Sorry, not Snapchat, Super Chat. Is it Super Chat? I think it is Super Chat. Or something, yeah. Let's have a look. And I apologize there's no video tonight. I just haven't had time to finish editing it, and I just had a really busy week. And I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I feel bad if I don't upload, because I feel like I've let you guys down. Oh, here we go. Oh, that is gorgeous. Actually, that's not that expensive. Bob's watches. It's $6,395. Oh, so it's no date. It's gorgeous. Look, asking me what do I think about any Submariner. I love them all. There's no Submariner I don't like. You can never go wrong with a Submariner. I mean, look at that. Oh, sorry, focus. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with the focus, but you can look it up. The 14060. Actually, 6,395. If I sold my ceramic, that's probably and I had to buy another, and I regretted it, and then I wanted to buy another sub. That's probably the sub I'd actually buy. No date. I prefer this pre-ceramics. Very, very nice. You can't go wrong. There's nothing really to say. I mean, I guess you want me to tell you, do it, Yeah. Right. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. What's your holy grail watch? Says Nathaniel. I have multiple. When I finish State of the Collection, which will be, I'm doing part 2 over the weekend. And then I'll do part 3, which will probably be next week or the next weekend. And then I get to do what I'm really looking forward to and discuss my Grail watches, because I have so many Grail watches. Obviously, AP Royal Oak, tri-compacts, Universal Genève in a gold case, you know, moon phase, everything. The Romain Gaultier micro rotor, what was it called? Micro rotor, I forget, but it's the one with the, he only makes one micro rotor. It's in the video. I did a factory tour. It's the one that Romain Gaultier wore in the video. That one, I think it was a rose gold case. Oh, it's gorgeous. What other Grail watches? The Hanhart 417 ES flyback, preferably the one Steve McQueen wore, which is World War II officer's watch. Amazing German, highly underappreciated brand. So that, how many is that? That's one. Okay, so AP Royal Oak, Universal Genève tri-compacts, Hanhart. Did I say another one? The Charles Frodsham, any Charles Frodsham. Yeah, the new one that came out that I did a video, I think, way back in March. That, to me, that was, and I said it in the video, it was more important than any release at Baselworld. It was Frodsham, the longest running, continuously running manufacturer of marine chronometers in the world. Royal warrant holder. They made my grandfather's pocket watch, and they finally came with a wristwatch, and the whole watch world completely ignored it. It was crazy. That's insane. Why? It's like, that's the thing about British, you know, the old school, like old school brands. They don't get enough recognition, and it's sad, really, because England, especially, well, English watchmakers, it used to be the capital of watchmaking for a very long time, you know, from Harrison's day right up to when did it really go? When did the Swiss? At some point, the Swiss took it, right? And, you know, let's not forget the French and the Germans. I mean, but it was always kind of like bouncing back and forth, you know, if you look at the history of horology. But I'm talking primarily about clocks and Tompion and oh God, what was the other? There's so many. Arnold and Sons, and, you know, all the big guns. But anyway, you guys don't want to hear about that, so you want to talk about watches. So let's get back to watches. Akiha says, any thoughts of the vintage Jaeger-LeCoultre? A real sweet spot in the used market. I came this close to buying a manual wine, solid gold, just a two-hander with a sub-seconds with a beautiful linen dial. It was about $800 on eBay from a kosher seller. You will find JLC is such a, look at the video, the factory tour I did, and if only I could do a whole series just on their museum they have next to the factory. There's so much B-roll footage that I couldn't use, but JLC, the watchmaker's a watchmaker, right? Yeah. Actually, the little Aduma Piguet I have, that was the movement that was made by JLC. So there's so many little forgotten about JLCs out there, and I'm talking beyond Reverso. I'm talking beyond the memo box. The memo box used to be a bargain, but now difficult to find. Buongiorno, TGV, come stai? How bad is my Italian? Not as bad as mine. L'italiano fa schifo, veramente fa schifo. Devo ritornare in Italia e vedere mia famiglia, perché ho quasi dimenticato tutto. Ogni tanto vedo un film, qualcosa così, e poi piano piano, you know, it comes back. But anyway, that's the thing. Every summer I used to go back to Italy, and in a month I'd be fluent again. I can understand absolutely well, unless I have a lot of friends that are Southern Italian, right? And I don't understand a ruddy word they say, but that's dialect. But a month in Italy, and I'll be speaking again. I just have to like turn off any YouTube or just be with the family for a month. Get very fat eating a lot of pasta. But anyway, Sean James says super chat or Snapchat or whatever it is. Thank you, my friend. Says, hi TGV, I'm deciding between a 36mm Aquaterra 250450 coaxial for $1,750, okay, and a 37mm Grand Seiko SBG R053 for $2,100. My only watch for travel. Both of them come with box and papers. What would you buy? God. Omega. I'm sorry, but that's a tough one. Look, Omega, I'm British, okay? So the Omega has a special place in my heart. I will always look. I love Seiko. I'm about to talk about this Seiko I just bought. I'm calling this the Total Recall, and we'll get onto that in just a moment. But Omega, I just think if it's the Aquaterra I think you're talking about, I would go for the Omega. There's no particular reason. It's not really. I just prefer it to that particular Grand Seiko. Also, it's a little more affordable. God, that's difficult. 36mm. I would go for the Omega. But good luck. Honestly, you're not really both win-win. But I'd go for the Omega because of the brand heritage, because I prefer that size. You've got the coaxial in there, which is fantastic. You know, anyway, yeah, there you go. Greetings from London. It's from Razaj. I hope I pronounced that. Probably butchered that. I apologize in advance. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about this Seiko I bought. Okay, so I made some notes because this is my latest acquisition. I'll do a close-up. So let me get this focus in. Let's get the focus in. There we go. There we go. Nice. Right. Oh. There. Okay. So this, let me just get the notes. So I have the notes. So this is, as you see, is Annie Digi. And this is the reference. Sorry, let me just get that in the, there we go. Is that in focus? Yeah. So that is the reference H6018020. And as you can see, it has this incredible bracelet, very, very, I would say 80s. Interestingly, the handset is like a SKX a bit. You can't really see the hour hand, but the hour hand is very SKX-ish. So this came out after the Arnie, the famous Arnie, which I have reviewed. Sorry, that's not focusing. But the digital display is flipped. It's at the bottom, right? The Arnie has it on the top. And screw down crown, this very, very particular, almost like a Breitling. Sorry, I don't think the focus is that. Let's just get, there we go. There we go. Nice. Okay. So you have, yeah, the light is not good in here, but a 60-click tachometer, which is bidirectional. I bought this. It's got a domed hard legs. Can you see that dome? 2 pushers, one for mode, one for stop-start. The alarm works, backlight works, everything works. These are so rare. With this, the bracelet reminds me a little bit of the Ripley, you know, very peculiar. Look at the profile of the links. Very light, 40 millimeters, 11 millimeters tall. On the back, we do actually have the wave. There we go. Just such an unusual piece with this frosted matte finish, and the bezel actually reminds me a little bit like the aerospace. Applied Seiko logo, as you can see. So it's obviously it's quartz. 150 meters water resistant. It's so bizarre. I mean, sorry, the focus is gone now. Let's go back. Just do that. There we go. It's just such a strange watch, you know? It's just really strange. But I like it. It's you know, I'm calling it the Total Recall. Obviously, if you missed the Arnie, right, which was the H558. 558. I did write it down. Yeah, 558 5009. Right. So I reviewed it. He wore it in Commando, Predator, Running Man. There was Raw Deal, I think it was, and then there was another one. Forget. Probably you guys remember. So it came out obviously afterwards, and he should have worn something like this in Total Recall. So I'm calling it the Total Recall. I snagged this for 187 or 85 bucks. With the postage, it was just shy of 190. And you know, everything functions. Totally unique. It's like the Ripley got together with the Arnie and had some kind of strange off. I know a lot of people are not going to like it. It's very indicative of that age. You know, this is like what they thought the future would look like. It's kind of that retro sci-fi look, right? But it's fun, and I actually bought this because I'm doing a video on like the sweet spots on the eBay, excuse me, on the eBay used market. So I was looking at a whole bunch of brands. I won't give, you know, no spoilers. But I bought this really to do the video, but I've fallen in love with it because it's just so strange. It's just so kind of, I've never seen anything like it. And the indices are applied, you know, and the seconds hand is the same seconds hand from my almost the same as my SKX013, and the alarm sound is it's a bit like the, you know, the 24 ringtone. It's a bit like that, which is, you know, just so cool. So I've never seen anything like it. It's very, I mean, totally the wrong, doesn't match this attire. This is something you wear, you know, very tool-tastic, as I like to say. But yeah, really cool. Now you can see the arrow kind of, you know, what is this? Is it a diver? Because obviously the Arnie made history for being the first diving watch with a digital chronograph, or any chronograph, and the alarm and all those features. So this is kind of, I guess, their next level, but totally forgotten about. I've researched this, tried to research this, completely failed miserably. I can't find any information about this particular watch. If anybody out there knows, please do comment. Well, I doubt anybody. Well, if you're watching this in the future, please do let me know. I'd love to know a bit about it. When was it released? What was the thinking behind this? What actually is it? Is it a diver? Because it's got dive watch features, screw down crown. Is it a racing watch? It's got a tachometer with a bizarre bidirectional bezel. What's going on? You know, and this kind of slightly Giugiaro-esque design. You know, it's very Giugiaro always did this with the bracelets. You know, the way that it kind of goes into the case. You know, I kind of want to keep it just because it's so unique, so distinctive. But anyway, it's fun, and for under $200, I don't think, you know, it's just a great bit of nostalgic kind of retro fun. But anyway, so there's my Seiko. So I'll just give you the reference again. It's the H6018020. I'm calling it from this moment forth. It is. It's the Total Recall. There you go. Because if Arnold was to wear a watch in the what's his name, Verhoeven, Paul Verhoeven, yeah, cracking bit of Verhoeven cinema. But anyway, very, very cool. Anyway, so there you go. That's my new Seiko. $200. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. I would say over the moon, but maybe over Mars with that. Yeah. Anyway, so expect this, and I did share it in the Facebook, but I will be enjoying this on Seiko Saturday. Anyway, yeah. So there we go. I think it is wine time. I'm late for wine time, so I'm going to crack open the wine. And actually, where's the and get into some more questions. But guys, if you do know anything about the that particular watch, I'd love to know. I've reached out to vintage Seiko collectors and all the rest of it. Nobody. I did find one guy. I think he's called. I forget his name, but it was an expert in vintage Seiko from Australia. He has the same exact watch, and but he hasn't got back to me. So let's see. Anyway, classe pura says Philip. Thank you very much. So yeah, it is wine time. I'm running late, man. I am running late. Some big chat amongst yourselves. And if you have wine or beer or anything like that, it's definitely time to have a. Oh my God, what do we have? We have Côte d'Iron, probably butchering that. Very very classy bottle, but there we go. Let's spin there. Nice. Okay. I didn't bring a anyway. Right. So, salute, chin chin, skål, l'chaim, Proust. No. Yeah, I think that's right. Or is it Prost? Proust? I forget. So, cheers. There we go. Oh wow. I'm acting like I've never had this one before, but trust me, it's good. That's lovely. Okay. Oh, I see Chad. Good evening, Chad. Ernesto. That glass is a travesty. Thank you so much. Actually, I love these glasses. One man's travesty is obviously not another's. But anyway, Ron Dealey's there. Oh, another name I remember from the good old days. Hi TGV says Arturo. I've always liked that name. Sorry, I should put this here because it looks like I'm looking down there. I do apologize. Not very interesting to look at. But Andrew says love the Annie Digi. Yeah, people are gonna either absolutely love it or absolutely detest it, and you know that's the thing about, because Annie Digi is already kind of divisive. Then you have the fact that it's a Seiko, which most people appreciate Seiko. If you're into watches, you'll appreciate it. Some don't. Then it's the fact that it's quartz and blah blah blah. But the style of it, it's just actually I just realized they're both kind of my latest Bulova and the Total Recall. They're both very sci-fi retro. I guess that's where I'm going. But anyway, someone asked about the Laurier. I addressed that. I love them. The new ones looks interesting. I've only seen the what are they called? The kind of mock. I haven't seen it in the flesh, but maybe I'll love them even more in the flesh. But I've seen the designs, and they're going to be great. What is everybody wearing? Do share your wristwatch checks. Beta dress watch. That's an interesting idea. Beta dress watch. Explorer, because you can wear it wonderfully. It works. You can be dressy, put it on a strap, but then absolute beat it to hell, and it just that's my first go-to beta dress watch, if there ever was such a thing. But then again, with genres of watches, right, it doesn't have to, it's not really it's not like written in stone. If you want to wear a sub with a suit, like I've said, Lion Shot, yes, Jeremy, very nice. Wally says he's wearing Dan Henry 1964 Panda, very, very nice. Speedy Pro, Talal, Speedy Pro Finn is wearing the SKX 009, very cool. Joe's wearing the Omega Seamaster. Tanner, 1601 stainless steel. Rasmus is wearing Omega Dynamic Chronograph. Oh, very nice. Those kind of oval, yeah, very cool. No, not really oval, but very curvaceous. Curvaceous, that's the word. Bentley's got the Seiko Samurai, nice. Jeffrey, my middle name, that's what the G's for. The only actually English name I have, Seiko SLA017. Not familiar with that one, although probably if I saw it, I'll probably. Trials wearing the Casio data bank, very nice. That's very kind of this period, right? Similar bracelet. Yeah, oh, that's nice. Michael Orient Triton. I should really review those. Those are nice. Those are very nice. Klaus. Klaus M54 again with the super chat. Any chance of a Europe-based UG meeting? Yes, I did talk about that briefly at some point. It's going to happen next year, though. I'm in the middle of a couple of projects that I can't talk about, which means I have to stay here. But after Christmas, I will have some dates. I would love to do one in Germany. I'd love to do one in Amsterdam. Amazing city. I love Amsterdam. The culture, the Reich Museum. I'd love to go to. I'd love to go to Paris. Do one in Paris. God, I could do an episode with all the clocks at Versailles. You know, I don't think anybody would watch it, but who cares? You know, I don't really do. I do watch it. I do videos rarely of videos I want to watch. So, so who cares? But yeah, Germany's definitely on the cards. Italy possibly. Definitely Switzerland again. So I think we need to do like a European tour. Obviously London, and I will be in London. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna say any dates because I don't want to disappoint and get people excited. But it will. London's gonna happen first. So yeah, stay tuned. A lot of Finchy's wearing the Saab 033, classic, real Gentry watch there. Hamilton Interstellar, nice. Ilan, I think that's Ilan. Shalom from Israel. L'chaim, my friend. L'chaim. He's wearing Alchemist, very nice. Saab 013. No, sorry, Saab 017, of course. Rory, there's old Rory SK 0093. Old Harrovian Gentry there, like my grandfather, Chin Chin, my friend. Jeffrey's wearing the 62 mass reissue. Very nice. Very nice. Oh man, this is really flying now. I'm gonna have to catch up. We've got Christopher is wearing the turtle. Oh, that's what the SRP A21 is. It's a turtle. Ilan, I apologize. He says come to Tel Aviv. I would love to one day, definitely. I kind of want to go to. I have to go to Jerusalem, obviously. Where else do I? If I go to Jerusalem, obviously I'm going to come to Tel Aviv. So one day, my friend, definitely. Dan Henry, Evil Panda says Milton, nice. Andrew says London, yeah, London. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Casio Databank, another Casio Databank. That's Bargav. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I butchered that. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're getting. Yeah, we are live. Corkmo. Yeah, we are live. Although I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Okay, Andrew Steele. I want to know what Star Trek characters would wear as watches if they wore them. Great question. Well, I'm a big Trekkie. Actually, hold on one second. This is very sad, but there you go. That's how Trekkie I am. There you go. Encyclopedia there. Yeah, and yes, I am wearing Adidas pants, sweatpants. The only time you'll see me in the sweatpants because I'm at home. But yeah, I'm a Trekkie. I love DS9. I think Picard actually. Picard would wear. Picard strikes me as a kind of pocket watch man. But yeah, that is a great question. What do you guys think of Discovery? I haven't finished the first season. I started. We don't have it on Netflix, but I think Picard would wear a Breguet. Yeah, he seems like a Breguet type. I don't know why, but yeah. Guys, if any fellow Trekkies, we're probably going to lose about 200 viewers now because we're talking about Star Trek. Oh, yeah, I'm a complete nerd. There we go. Data would wear a data bank. Yes, absolutely, says Alexander. Actually, I'm rewatching The Next Generation, and I haven't watched it since I was a child. And it's held up remarkably well. I've forgotten how clever that show is. I thought it was going to be really dated. I did rewatch DS9 at the beginning of the year, and I just adore DS9. It will always be my favorite. The plots and the overarching storyline with the Dominion. Yeah, sorry guys, if you don't want to hear about Star Trek, I'm going to shut up. Christopher says, no way, I'm a Trekkie. You didn't see my Star Trek, my Next Generation watch? I'm selling it on eBay if you're interested. Discovery is worth the watch. Yeah, it's different. I can't get used to it's very kind of like beautifully shot. I mean, amazing visuals, but it's very, I don't know. You know what I liked about Next Generation that I'm really starting to appreciate as watching it as an adult, even though I'm still a big kid at heart, but the way it's Picard, right? He goes in there and he's like diplomatic, and he's so, he'll start quoting Shakespeare, and he's such a classy captain compared to Cisco. That Cisco is just, I love Cisco, but Cisco is very aggressive and very different style of leadership. But Picard is more of a, he uses diplomacy, whereas Cisco is a bit more kind of run and gun, but it's different. DS9 is all about war, whereas Next Generation is about more philosophical in terms of it's the conundrums they come across in each episode. Anyway, sorry, non-Star Trek fans. Oh God, yeah, we've lost. Yeah, we're down to like half the viewers there. I don't care. I'm just talking about things I love. Star Trek is cool, says Hawk. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. TGV, do you watch Sons of Anarchy? No, I haven't. I will though. Thing is, I don't get much time to watch, so I watch Star Trek while I'm doing my cardio, because the only time I really get to, when I considered it, I did. Star Trek TNG has too many women chatting in the cafeteria. I like the original series, says Bongo. Yeah, I like the chitty chattiness. I like it because I like the depth, and also it's so relevant to it's time. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm getting back to Star Trek. I'll shut up about Star Trek. We should probably draw a Star Trek watches. Yeah, we should. Okay, if you're watching this in the future, which is very kind of Trekky way of putting it, who's your favorite Star Trek character, and what watch would you like to see them wear? Actually, Worf, right? What watch would a Klingon wear? There you go, Panerai. I don't know why. What about Star Wars? Yeah, I like Star Wars. I'm not a fan of the prequels. Actually, my aunt is in the last one. What was it called? Jedi. The one with the British actor. What's his name? Ah, the British actor. There's like 12 British actors. Yeah, not the Han Solo one, but the one before that. My aunt's in it. She's in the scene with, when they go to that planet that's full of people gambling and rich people. My aunt is in it, so it's very cool. Yeah, I'm more of a Trekkie, but I'll watch Star Trek. I mean, I'll watch Star Wars. Of course I will. A Marathon GSAR for Worf. Yes, absolutely. That's a Warriors watch. There you go. Says Luca, my good friend Luca. Come stai, fratello? Worf wears a G-Shock. Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen the original series completely? Yes, of course I have. Of course I have. Data's brother Law would wear an Apple Watch. Yeah. If you know, if you are a Trekkie, yeah. But Law is evil, right? So what's an evil watch for Law? He'd, what is an evil watch? He'd wear, not a Hublot, that's too easy. What's an evil watch? What is an evil watch? Yeah. Nano Wolf. Where's a Panerai Bronzo? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Nixon, Invicta. Everyone's saying Invicta. Got my first collector watch because of you. SKX009 says Chris. I'm honored. I'm happy about it. Tosida is wearing a Tag Heuer. Or Dark Side of the Moon. Okay, Nick for Law. Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. There you go. Very nice. Nicely done. Okay. Puoi capire Italiano? Of course. Of course. Yeah, as long as you don't have a strong dialect, I can understand. Star Trek cartoons. Spock surely wears an F91. Yeah, that would be the logical choice, right? Yeah, love it, love it. Are you wearing the Navi? Yes, absolutely. If you missed, there you go. Look at that blue. Look at that blue. How can you not love that? Yes, and I know it's big for me, blah, blah. But I don't care. Sometimes this is the biggest watch I own, but this was supposed to be big. Even when it came out, it was, you know, most watches were tiny. Most chronographs, you know, they were still 36 on average, making that up. But no, generally they were smaller. But how big were the original? I think they were about 38, but they were supposed to be a bit bigger. Worf, Invicta Venom 53mm. Yeah, I can only imagine with a name like Venom and 53mm, right? Yeah, we've definitely lost about 100 viewers talking about Star Trek. Okay, let's try and bring it back. Oh, no, sorry. 1 second. Last Star Trek comment. Darius says, Captain Picard would wear a Visitor June Shaw on the bracelet. He wouldn't want to be like everyone else in the fleet. Yeah, that is very cool. I love Visitor, and every time I want to buy one, I can't. There's like a waiting list. I love the new one. What was the new one with the officers one, officer watch? Forgotten what it's called, but anyway. What is everyone drinking, by the way? Wesley Crusher wears a Mickey Mouse watch. Absolutely. Yeah. Shut up, Wesley. What do you think about Jacques Lemain? I honestly, that is one brand I have not held in the hand, so it would be unfair of me to comment. However, the ones I've seen, some of them I like. And that's about all I can say. I'm not going to talk about watches I haven't had experience with, because that's just unfair. Yeah. What are you drinking, says Lucas. I am drinking a Côte d'Iron. This is from Saint Esprit, which I'm not really not really familiar, but I just like it. You know, people get so snobby about wine. It's a bit like watches, you know. If I like it, I buy it. And if I don't, I don't. It's really that simple. Of course, you can. The wine is one of those things you can get really into technically, and I appreciate that. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. Kaminsky says, parli italiano. Ok, certo. Ma se parlo italiano, quasi tutti quelli che watching this, it's not going to understand. Anyway, Kieran Frampton, TGV, are you still wearing the CWC65 Triumph? Yes, I have been wearing it. I'm going to do that review next week. Unfortunately, I'm still in the middle of State of the Collection. I have 2 episodes of that to go. So, and I'm going to probably, when I stop this, go back to filming that. I just did a quick live show because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, you know. So, yeah, it's an amazing watch. Obviously, I wish they did it 38 millimeters. Maybe they might bring out 30 millimeters. I think, and I think I said this in the unboxing, the quality is, it's definitely better, because if you know me since the early days of the channel, I owned the Trident, the first generation in a 38 millimeter size, blue dial. That's when they had the wave on the wavy dials, right? The quality's better, much better than that. It's like, I don't want to say Amiga quality, but it is. It's great quality. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up because I have some snacks. I don't want to eat and and do a live show, because I think eating on camera is a bit déclassé, shall we say. But oh, JPM, shout out to JPM. Explorer versus Seamaster 57 trilogy. Oh, are you talking about the Railmaster? Because I think Explorer, man, Explorer. Look, I'll say it now, and I'll probably say it in my State of the Collection, because the Explorer is going to be in the next episode. The Explorer is my favorite watch. Okay, there we go. So that's it. There's nothing more to say. Of course, I love the Railmaster. I bought the Lord Sanford, if you saw the video. Beautiful, kind of, I don't want to say the poor man's Railmaster. It's more like the Ranchero, really. And I've done the video. Have a look back. When you say the poor man something, and Ace brought it up, and he said it wonderfully in the UGWC. It's like he said, "Oh, I know what it's like to grow up and struggle and blah blah blah." So he doesn't like to use that phrase, and either do I, really, because I can appreciate that. But what is the alternative? What's a more a classier way of putting it? If you have any ideas, please share them in the comments, in the chat. Please do share, because I would like to say, how do you say, oh, this watch is the poor man's version of this, but without saying the poor man's version? Because I agree, it is a bit, but then again, is it PC gone mad? I don't know, because I know what it's like to struggle. When I was a student, obviously I will never know. I've been very fortunate enough, but in life, but there were times where I had to work, and I had to. Now we're going off on a tangent, but yeah, I'm just reading the comments. If anybody, someone said, funny, I can't stand the modern Explorer. Easily my least favorite Rolex. Oh. Look, if I could afford a 1016, I would buy a 1016, but I'm a little bit. How do we fix watch snobbery? Great question. I'm going to do a video on that very soon. I have a solution. I actually do, and you'll see in the video. Hopefully next. The economical choice. Nice one, Richard. Okay, the economical choice, the economical alternative, the affordable alternative. Actually, I've used that before. I'm forgetting my own things, my own terminology. Yeah. Who was that? Who said that? Who was that? The economical. alternative. Let's just bring that back. Sorry, I've got to give thanks to whoever. Yes, the old. Yeah, I'm forgetting my own watch titles. Tom, what do I think of Chrono Next and Watchfinder? Watchfinder used to be great, but their prices are a little bit kind of because I was looking at their price. Chrono Next, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'll have to look into them. I used to be a big Chrono Watchfinder buyer, but I think they've kind of cornered the market now. They're kind of monopolizing, which leaves a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. But anyway, oh, I'm getting a text now. Yeah, okay. I've been summoned for dinner, so yeah, there we go. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Yeah, and I think most of you are having your dinner too. Lamp check, yeah. IKEA. There you go, IKEA. All IKEA. Look, when you've moved so many times, especially countries and different apartments, I just buy IKEA, because if you've seen my house in England, I have antique furniture which has been handed down, right? That's different. But here, because I move around, it's just easier to get IKEA stuff. So, and then, yeah, anyway, why are we talking about furniture? Sorry, I apologize. Marksman says, I'm gaining more of an appreciation for watches after seeing your videos. Yes. It's all good says, sorry I missed today. Don't worry, after I've done this and I say ciao, I'll re-upload. It will be posted, so you'll be able to watch next after. Just woken up before school and it's Gentry time. I'm sorry, your name's in a different language. Thank you, TGV, but thank you, my friend. Always a pleasure. I love talking to you guys. Danny says good night. Dean says, I love you, bro. I presume me, or maybe people in the comments, but either way, it doesn't matter. I love all of you too, man. So, yeah. So I'm getting more text now. So I think, one more. Jean-Luc Picard, JLC, for sure. Oh, of course, JLC, Jean-Luc Picard. Ah, class. And of course, a classy choice for a classy gentleman. Absolutely. Yeah, there we go. Love what you do. Cheers. Thank you, Stephen. I'm gonna wrap it up now. So in case you're watching this back, don't forget to like, comment, all of that good stuff. Share, spread the message. You know, let's get as many people enjoying watches, engaged in the community. Guys, always remember, keep it positive. Something instilled in me, and I've talked about it in my 10 ways to be a better collector, a happier collector, is if you haven't got anything good to say, it's best not to say anything at all, but keep it positive, and that's the best thing. Always look at the positive in things, you know, and I don't mean to be too kind of wishy-washy and preachy, but when you start applying that to your life, everything improves. You become happier when even engaging on every day with people beyond watches, just looking for the best in people and treating people with respect. And honestly, because I used to be quite negative, and looking back, I've changed the way I live my life and the way I treat people, and I try and do that in my reviews. And yeah, okay, I'll be critical and I'll say, oh, you know, there's positives and negatives, but even in the negatives, I try and focus on the positives. So yeah, I'm going off on a tangent, but guys, keep it positive, keep it Gentry. Thank you so much for watching. A couple of good nights. Good night from Argentina, Santiago. I'm dying to go to Buenos Aires. I will. Great wine. Lots of great watches from down there. Hawkmo, time to eat. Yeah, it's time here. It's 7:15. Time to eat for me. Hello from Texas. Hello and goodbye. That's Theron there. Greetings from Sweden. Love Sweden. Love Sweden. I had such an amazing time there. That's Daniel. Fantastic. Made a similar change to you later in my life. Says it's all good. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Good night, says Talal. Thank you, my friend. Good night to you. Good night, Klaus. Good Nacht. Oh God, I probably butchered that. What's for dinner? I have no idea. I'm going to discuss that now with the good wife. Marry a chef, guys. Marry a chef. You want a long marriage? Marry a chef. No, it's not that simple. But honestly, buonanotte, Usman. Yes, yes. Ciao from Colorado, Todd. From one Englishman in New York to another. Good night. That's Nick. Buonanotte, my friend. Good night, my friend. Enjoy your nosh. Yeah, thank you. I will. Okay, ciao, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. That's about it. I'll be back with regular broadcasting very soon, but I didn't want to, leave you empty-handed or empty-wristed, I guess. But yeah, regular programming, hopefully, I don't know, on the weekend. And next week, a lot of exciting stuff to come. So I'm going to leave it there. Okay, buonanotte. Ciao, guys. Like, all that stuff. Thank you. Buonanotte. Ciao.